What's up, guys? Figured I haven't put anything out in a while. I've been working on a lot of projects. Like this boat, I just got this 1436, and you can see I welded up an aluminum transom for it because the old rotten one's actually back there. And been working on that for a couple of months, and working on welding the little mud boat back together. It's all welded back together. It just needs paint now. I'll show y'all that in just a minute. And I didn't do a good job of documenting that transom. I really just kind of wanted to get it together in the boat. So I'll put some pictures of how I framed that out, and then I just covered it with the inner skin and a 1 foot by 1 foot piece of aluminum plate, 1/4 inch thick on the inside and outside, and bolted it in. The front end of the boat was kind of rough too. It still kind of is. I'm waiting on a piece of 1/4 wall tubing. We're going to sleeve the bow and straighten that out as best we can and weld it back together. But I had to put this piece of 1/4 inch plate up here. The front of it was bowed in pretty bad, and once we get this sleeved and welded in, we'll pull these bolts out and put rivets in so you don't have bolts and nuts sticking out, or we'll leave it and we'll deck the boat back. I kind of want to deck it back to about the second rib back here, or maybe go all the way to the seat and the passengers will just have to sit backwards. But yeah, we'll be pulling this boat down soon, and I'll paint it and the 1232 at the same time. I'll show you all the ugly welds I put on it, trying to weld it back together. And next weekend, if I got time, I'll try to get y'all out with me on this thing and run it a little bit. The mud skipper, the little motor, does not do as good on this 14-foot boat as it does on the 12-foot. And I run it yesterday and only got about 14 or 15 mile an hour and couldn't really get on plane. It would take a long time for this boat to plane out with that motor, so probably not going to leave it on here. It'll probably go back on the 1232 because this boat just really struggles to plane out with it. Of course, that transom added a significant amount of weight over plywood, so that could be some of it. The transom weighs about 40 or 50 pounds by itself. That's all 1/8 inch 1x1 tubing and 2 big pieces of 1x4 1/8 wall welded in the middle under that plate for the knee bracket to tie into and the motor to clamp to. But yeah, well, we'll go check out the 1232. I'll show y'all the damage on it. So we got the 1232 here, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another hole over in that corner. You can see from the bottom, those are not pretty welds, by the way. This boat, I don't know exactly how old it is. The title just says pre-1973, but I just kind of had to gob it on with a MIG welder, and then once you finally get enough of it on there, you can kind of go over it and blend it all together, but none of the welds leak. So this one will be back on the water as soon as I paint it, and I'm gonna put some super slick on the bottom, so hopefully next time we don't catch stuff and try to rip the transom off the boat. I've got one more spot up here. When I water tested it, I found out I don't think I busted the boat. I think I bought it like that, but you can see that seam right there's open all the way up to that caulk that's come loose. And it's leaking there, and it's leaking from only 2 or 3 rivets, surprisingly. But it did pretty well on the water test. It just needs flipped over, and I need to finish sanding and stripping it and put some Glove-It on the rivets and paint it with some good John boat paint and put Super Slick on it. That's my grab handle. It's just an old pressure washer handle. But y'all stay tuned, and I'll put some videos out later for y'all to check out of the painting this boat on the inside and the outside, and painting that other boat, stripping it. And the other boat, we'll be putting a switch panel like that in and wiring it up for lights and a bilge pump. It'll probably be more for a night rig than this. It's a little more stable. And got a little bit more bow space to put lights on, whereas this one I only got the little pod lights. But y'all stay tuned, and hopefully get some more stuff out in the next week or so.